Hello, this video gives a brief tour of our project, a dynamic link aggregation scheme for heterogeneous networks. The usage of internet has increased beyond limits in the past decade, so does the need for high data rate. Most of the user equipments restrict the use of multiple interfaces at the same time to save battery power. To overcome this restriction, a link aggregation scheme was introduced. A link aggregation scheme aggregates the bandwidth of two or more interfaces that are available at the user equipment. But inefficient link usage fails to compensate for the changing nature of networks. For maximum efficiency, the data distribution must take into the account of available data rate in each link. So, to make this happen, we propose a dynamic link aggregation scheme.
Okay, the next topic is on literature survey. So in a communication network, the main thing that matters a lot is the data speed and throughput. So we came to know that there are various methods which can increase the speed and throughputs. But by observing many experiments, we got to know that there is one method which can give the maximum throughput, and that is the round robin algorithm. It has the main advantage of providing high speed, and we are enough successful in getting the output. But through our literature survey, DLAS, that is Dynamic Link Aggregation Scheme, was our main algorithm. It was hard to find the output, but finally we could complete it, and we are able to get an efficiency more than round robin algorithm.
After our literature survey, we started with socket programming and TCP/IP. Socket programming is a way of connecting two nodes to communicate with each other. We established a client-server model. The client connected will send a request to the server. The server will receive the request from the client and send the data directly to the clients. TCP/IP is a suite of communication protocols used to interconnect network devices on the internet. TCP/IP controls how data is exchanged over the internet by providing end-to-end communications that identify how it should be broken into packets, addressed, transmitted, routed, and received at the destination. The next step is to implement static link aggregation. Static link aggregation is a method of combining or bundling multiple switch ports or network interface cards to form a single Ether channel. There exist 7 modes of aggregation schemes. Round robin mode gives the maximum throughput and it is considered as the default mode. This mode provides best throughputs when the interfaces have equal link speeds or equal bandwidths. In case of different bandwidth of the slave interfaces, this balanced round-robin mode only provides the effective bandwidth of the low link speed channel. This in turn results in poor utilization of higher speed channel and hence result in ineffective bonding of interfaces. Here, it is evident that this best bonding mode with respect to throughputs and transfer time fails pathetically when it comes to bonding of interfaces with different link speeds. This is a major constraint, and dynamic link aggregation scheme is the solution to this problem.
Establishing dynamic link aggregation as a mode requires manipulation in Linux kernel, but kernel manipulation is difficult. So after careful research and study, we designed the bonding simulator from scratch to be highly configurable and adaptable with minimal effort to facilitate the development of alternate scheduling algorithm to compare their performance with the existing ones. This helped us to analyze and propose speed-based scheduling as a better alternative to round-robin scheduling mode. The bonding simulator uses asynchronous programming paradigm to simplify the implementation and provide control over various components. This makes it real because most real-world components in a bonding setup work asynchronously. With the help of this bonding simulator, we implemented and tested our hypothesis. We conducted a very controlled experiment with client requesting fixed size files. We transferred complete packets through each interface independently and established speed-based algorithm. As expected, speed-based performed much better than round-robin. It helped us to gain confidence that our implementation of this algorithm is performing as expected under controlled conditions and could serve as a basis for more sophisticated real scenarios.
Finally, we have implemented our proposed system with ALS algorithm in a peer-to-peer network having 2 machines with 2 link cards on it. So we can have 2 interfaces. Among these 2 Ethernet interfaces, we have already configured the speed of interfaces in the ratio of 1:10. That is, one interface is having the speed of 12.5 Mbps and the other one having the speed of 125 Mbps. Since we ideally expecting an overall throughput value of 137.5 Mbps, but we could obtained almost a near value, which is 120 Mbps, by transferring the same file that we did before in the case of static link aggregation with round robin.
Steps of improvement are to implement our algorithm in wireless networks and to make the algorithm platform independent. Another interesting research direction is to measure the number of out-of-order packets on live networks. Now moving on to conclusion, our work presented a new bonding mode that incorporates the dynamic of link speeds. Our proposed solution cuts down the transfer time by more than 80% and provides better throughput by dynamically aggregating the currently available interfaces. The main advantage is that we can get better throughputs irrespective of the link speeds. Another major highlight is the feature of fault tolerance. We have also developed a NIC bonding simulation framework to allow for future development and analysis of various aspects of NIC bonding, including scheduling algorithms. This project would be incomplete without the help of these two guides. From the bottom of our hearts, we sincerely thank Professor Joaquim, our internal guide, and Mr. Santosh, our external guide.